The Kilsby Boat Project team took a visit to Butty Hampton, Kilsby's sister boat, on the Grand Union Canal. Hampton is from the same fleet as Kilsby and has been fully restored by Jim Hutchinson and his family. We wanted to capture some of Jim's expertise on location in the beautifully restored back cabin of Butty Hampton.
The whole project took about 25 years because obviously both my wife and I had full-time jobs, so we were only able to work on it at the weekends and in the holidays. So it was a family thing. We acted as our own sort of project managers for this, which is not an easy job to do. Kilsby and Hampton would have been identical. They were in the same batch and they were known as Butty boats, which means that there was one boat in front, a horse-drawn boat, and it would tow a boat behind like Hampton. But they made a batch of 24 boats to the Fellows Morton and Clayton design, and this is one of them. So it's a very rare boat of a very rare batch. I met one of the steerers of Hampton. You know, they're not going to be around forever, and a lot of this stuff just is not written down. It's oral history, so it all needs capturing. Fellows Morton and Clayton were the kind of Eddie Stobarts of the early 20th century. They carried pretty well anything. They carried raw materials, goods from the potteries, groceries, iron, metal, stone, anything that needed transporting. What was life like when in the end of the 19th, early 20th century? Hard is the answer to that. Extremely hard. We used to take our other boat, Owl, up to a local festival, and all the schools came round. And they were absolutely amazed to think that, you could live without a television, you could live without, all the modern accoutrements of 20th century life, because everything's here. How did you cook? That's easy, you cooked on a range. The range is excellent, we still use it, it's very good for stews, casseroles, baked potatoes. The washing, can you see that? That's a washing bowl, a hand bowl. So you'd sort of scoop up the water and wash in that. So that's cooking and washing. The lighting is an oil lamp. That little thing there protects the smoke from going on the ceiling. This is here the kitchen table. So you've now got a kitchen table. The fridge, well, there isn't a fridge as such, except that underneath there it's lovely and cold. So it's at the water level, so you can keep things fresh for a day or two under there. So what else do you need for modern life? So this is what people say, thinking about what their life is like and how you could do the same sort of thing, 100 years ago. It's a very rare boat, and if somebody doesn't preserve it, then people will never know what the life was like on the canals. There are so few of these historic boats. Fortunately, there are plenty of sort of enthusiastic amateurs who buy these things at great expense and do a really good job at restoring them. It's quite encouraging. And whenever we take the boat out, it sort of attracts people. People come and want to know about it. But people are interested in the way that we've adapted an old boat into something you can use independently in the 21st century. A lot of the work on a boat like this is maintenance. If you stop doing the maintenance within 6 months, you've got real problems. Now that's where volunteers who can get enthusiastic about the history, about what you're doing and what the art and the music side, you've got a kind of workforce there that you can mobilise.
If you'd like to volunteer time, money or anything else for the Kilsby Boat Project, get in touch with the Kilsby Boat Project team.